protecting a slim three-point lead on the last play of the game. It was crunch time for the Los Angeles defense. From the one, the Vikings had decided to go for the winning touchdown rather than a tying field goal. But linebacker Jim Collins and friends stuffed Darren Nelson's plunge and saved the day for the undefeated Rams.
The eerie fog that shrouded Stanford Stadium. The Miami Dolphins were poised to close out their 1984 season as winners. But seldom did the Dolphins display the style that brought them to the summit of professional football. Dan Johnson's first quarter touchdown earned the Dolphins a short-lived lead. But as the fog-lit afternoon wore on, they no longer looked like the same team that ran and passed its way to an unprecedented fifth AFC championship. While the conclusion of the Dolphins' 19th NFL season lacked a storybook ending, the chapters leading up to it were filled with the stuff of legend. And Miami fans eagerly awaited every turn of the page. This was a team filled with young players that moved the ball like no other before it. A team that shook the league's proudest defenses with its high-tech, fast-break offense. A team that broke every significant passing and receiving record. 1984 was a wild ride for these Miami Dolphins, who established themselves as movers, shakers, and record breakers, with a future as bright as their past. But directions are taken and courses are set. In Washington, Don Shula's Dolphins won with a well-rounded team effort. Everyone got in the act and took dead aim at the defending NFC champion Redskins. William Judson joined Killaby's Lyle Blackwood, Mark Brown, Charles Bowser, and rookie Jay Brophy to spearhead a defense that forced 3 Redskin turnovers and set the stage for quarterback Dan Marino's spectacular season debut. 5 touchdown passes that included a pair to Jim Jensen and 2 more to Mark Duper, number 85.
He will fire it down the far side. Caught by Duper at the 50. Number 40. He may go. 25. 20. Duper scores.
The one thing that I've been able to experience while I was here is that over the past 11 years, regardless of what talent we had, Coach Shula found a way to bring the most out of everybody and to utilize our offense and defense to that talent.
Miami's offense was in perpetual motion in St. Louis, where Mark Clayton caught 5 passes for 143 yards, and running back Tony Nathan, number 22, caught 1 of 3 Marino scoring tosses, as the Dolphins rang up 36 points for their 5th straight. The next week in Pittsburgh, tight end Joe Rose caught his 2nd touchdown pass of the campaign to help hand the Steelers their most decisive loss in the history of Three Rivers Stadium. The streak reached 7 when rookie running back Joe Carter, number 23, ran for over 100 yards and a touchdown in a 28-10 win over the Oilers. In New England, the Dolphins completed a season sweep of the Patriots with a combination of thunder and lightning. Lightning in the form of Mark Clayton on a double reverse, and thunder in the form of powerful Pete Johnson, who scored 2 touchdowns in the 44-24 Miami win. Win number 9 came at the expense of the Buffalo Bills when Miami rolled up 38 points, and the day's longest scoring play came when Dan Marino teamed with Mark Clayton again, this time for 65 yards. Early in the season, fullback Woody Bennett replaced the injured Andre Franklin and became the team's leading rusher. His touchdown helped beat the New York Jets 31-7 for Miami's 10th straight. Another sub who made major contributions was defensive back Paul Langford, number 44, whose interception helped fuel a Dolphin comeback against Philadelphia.
Snap. McFadden. Block.
But it was Doug Better's block of an extra point that preserved the 1-point win. The Dolphins were winners for the 11th straight week, the longest winning streak in the NFL in 12 years. And no group was more responsible for the Dolphins' success than the offensive line. The unit is anchored by consensus All-Pro center Dwight Stevenson, number 57, voted by his peers as the finest offensive lineman in the game today. Another key to the progress of Coach John Sandusky's unit was the play of Roy Foster and Cleveland Green. Both were outstanding in the absence of Eric Laxo and Bob Kuchenberg. Veterans John Giesler and Ed Newman, number 64, continued their level of all-pro caliber play. And along with reserves Jeff Taves, Ronnie Lee, and Steve Clark, this group had all the bases covered and protected Dan Marino with a passion, allowing just 14 sacks all season, fewest in the NFL. Just as Sowell was overlooked by every other NFL team, the Dolphins' defense was overshadowed by their offensive counterparts. But during the Dolphins' win streak, this defense allowed fewer points than all but one other team, despite injuries to 5 key performers. In 1985, defensive coach Chuck Studley will have an impressive nucleus to work with. From William Judson, Mike Kozlowski, and the Blackwood brothers, Glenn and Lyle, number 42. To veteran down lineman Kim Bocamper, number 58. Doug Betters and Bob Baumhauer. Standout reserves Bill Barnett, number 70. And from out of nowhere, Mike Charles. Bob Matheson's linebacking core included Charles Bowser, number 56, and the team leader in tackles, Mark Brown, number 51. Rodell Thomas, A.J. Dewey, and rookie Jay Brophy, number 53, add depth to the defense. While Bob Brudzinski, number 59, has been the Dolphins' most consistent linebacker. Brudzinski plays with an uncanny anticipation that gets formidable results. This is a defense that plays its best when it plays as a team and can only improve in 1985.
A Delco music system delivers sound so true, you may never stop listening.